Alright, Shalom Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. I agree most of them. I'm going to teach them real well. And peace and blessings be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers. That's to push out this word in truth, sincerity, and in faith. And those on this video be edifying. I have just harping on to the news that's been happening since February 8th, 28th. You know, with, of course, the United States, Babylon the Great, and the state of Israel against Iran. All right. And pretty much within all this, of course, people are going to talk. People are going to have their own opinions. All right. But nevertheless, this is, of course, heavy prophecy, but as well as the fact that even the mindset of the people, I noticed, it's just so, it's so more or less not surprising, but it's the fact that it really lines up directly to what the scriptures say. All right, how people are still going to be in this security. They're still going to be like in this. They're probably more comfortable hearing about World War III than they are hearing about the stock market crash, or losing all their crypto, or losing all their assets, right? But nevertheless, this is Matthew 24:6. Excuse me. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And and we indeed are not only seeing just rumors of wars, but this is an actual war, because this goes beyond, just like a simple skirmish, a military skirmish. This isn't just like some slap boxing. No, this is actual casualty, man. All right, because you had the main man, Ayatollah, that had been pretty much reportedly killed. All right, in those on those strikes. I believe it was I know it was Tehran was one of them. It was the capital of Iran. We have a couple others too, a few others too, but nevertheless, this is gonna cause a huge whiplash effect on pretty much the whole world, man. All right, and it's not for no reason again that people are making light of this still. All right, on the internet. All right, WW3, all right, World War III, and people are still looking at this as like a light thing. All right, people are still making memes about it, and the thing is, back then, all right, even me before coming into the faith, I remember seeing, of course, some World War III type or esque alerts, and I believe it was trending once. And this had to have been prior to 2018. I just can't remember the actual events. And at the time, one is into folly, one is indulge into folly, and they might partake in it, right? But here it is. It's to the point now where there's nothing funny about it. that these people still are trying to live up to that comfort that they still have to this day. All right, but guess what? The scriptures tell you that comfort, or that sense of pretty much false security. That's the word, false security. It's gonna go away, man. All right, and quickly, just quickly, how this conflict happened all on the sudden. All right, it's gonna come onto you the same way. That fear, that sudden desolation, which I'm gonna those will bring out. All right, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, verse 1. I'm going to start at verse 1. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. "But of the time and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." All right? And this analogy is just perfect. All right? How me personally, I never dealt with an actual burglary. But nevertheless, an actual thief breaking into your home is pretty much a violation of privacy, man. All right? Really a violation of, another way to look at it, and a violation of defense. All right? And truth be told, that's literally what that Babylon the Great is set up. All right? A virgin, all right, who has yet to be touched, man. All right? And these people, the way that they live, the way that they operate, the masses of the people, that high concentration of just lovey-dovey security that they have on social media, it shows. All right? It's very evident how they really feel. All right, and that's really their way of saying peace and safety, man. All right, It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Yeah, that's right. See, right now it's just coming at you through breaking news article and alerts on the TV, on your phones, obviously, right? And these different news outlets and alerts, all right, as well as what the world would consider underground group chats where you get fast news, but nevertheless it's gonna come to you on the sudden, because here it is. Look at what happened to those people in those U.S. embassies, man. Look at what happened to U.S. citizens who were trapped over there in Dubai. Even there's at least, I think, 2 videos, prominent ones, of 2 Jake women, unsurprisingly, all right, living it up and living lavish in fucking Dubai. Excuse my vulgarity. I bet here it is. Now they're stuck. They're desiring to go into another city, and they're not able to. They're not able to return to their home country because of this war. All right, and see that in itself came onto you on the sudden, man. All right, but the brothers in general made a good point that Dubai, which is, geographically, all right, in that Middle East area, all right, that's not necessarily. It's not the most regularly traveled place for your average person. All right, that requires some amount of money. All right, but nevertheless, our people, the majority of our people anyway, 2/3, all right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, well, you're quote unquote living, but as the scriptures say, you're dead while you live. And the thing is, they're living in pleasure, and now here it is, you fell right into the okie doke. You don't know what to do. All right. Going as far as to publicly go on social media as one would, all right, out of fear, and asking the president, asking whoever, all right, your damn state legislators to free you, to liberate you from God knows what, Yahweh Shem Yahushai knows what, So, nevertheless, that fear that we see in their eyes, imagine the type of fear that they have to receive when it happens here on your home turf, man. All right, when foreign troops come into your American, your oh so loved American shores, all right, and pretty much just take you prisoner, or worse, KOS, just kill on sight. You see, Ezekiel in 33 and 33, we told you that this day would come, man. For years, told you that this day would come, but nevertheless, people are still making memes and people are still making light of it. Yeah, okay. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right, that's right. All right, so it's going to come upon you with great pains, man. All right, man and women. All right, so imagine that. And our forefathers have seen those visions where men were literally yelling and screaming as if they were delivering a child, as a woman would do, through those labor pains, man. Because this is the plague that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is sending upon these people. And in war, all right, it's going to come with a huge cost. And that's what we see, the gas prices, all right? I think especially because this really affects pretty much every other country as well. But, air travel disruptions, oil prices, all right, going far and beyond. All right, and of course, casualties in general, okay, and the cost of war. This is what's gonna come with it, and it's gonna affect the people that's living in these countries, man. All right, there's no balm. There's nothing that we can do to heal Babylon, man. All right, with more destruction that's on the way. All right, this is I'm gonna get another one. This is Sirach. Sirach 5 and 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance." All right, right, and I keep harping onto those words. So it's suddenly, as a thief in the night, right, and in thy security, because it literally paints a picture. And funny enough, a lot of people can't actually fathom that in itself, and that's why it's almost as like a coping mechanism to the point where people don't even realize what they're doing, and that's why they make jokes. That's why they make light of the things that we see on television, or what we see in the media. All right, you think people in those U.S. embassies or those people stuck in wherever place they may be, it don't gotta be Dubai. But you think those U.S. citizens, and as well as the Iranians themselves, Elam, that's in those countries, you think they're actually making light of what's going on, man? Hell no. The only coping that they have is what? Calling upon their gods, really, and calling upon what their home countries for defense. But is that gonna happen? No. Hell no. That's why we need Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in these times. That's why we need to not be tearing onto today. All right, and to seek the Creator while you're young, and to tarry not, meaning to not not be late, not be straddling your feet, being a knuckle duster, pretty much. All right, it says, in thy security that shall be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, and that's what this is ultimately. All right, these nations, the Spirit of the Lord is having it to where the Lord set them up perfectly, because even before this, for years, it's always been the world and the relations with the UN, EU. It's all been there's a word I'm looking for, uneasy. All right, it's always been tense amongst these other nations, man. All right, Esau and his great pride, it's not just gonna stay hidden away in some closet, man. And that's why Esau, Edom, all right, the devil the Bible speaks of, as well as the state of Israel, which is the perfect combination, all right, is doing the way that they do. And you think that the rest of the world, excuse me, is gonna look at them like in a great light? Hell no. America is the most hated right now, hated more than ever, as far as I've seen. This is Revelations 1:7-1. It says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right, and who's this talking about? Verse 4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. You see? So, and I brought this out simply because, although, yes, this is prophecy within itself, the actually hearing, again, putting emphasis back in Matthew 24, it's not just rumors of wars, it's actual wars that's happening as we speak, right? But you have to understand that a lot of things need to happen beforehand, before the actual climax, all right, of an actual exchange of thermonuclear missiles happen. The actual destruction happens, all right, before the actual deliverance of the elect men actually happens, man. We have to go through the famine. We still have to go through mass persecution. There needs to be a causes for, of course, Revelation, the 13th chapter of the MOTB. All right, we need that causes still, all right, and we need people to still wholeheartedly believe in the government, all right, under, of course, false intentions, under the worst intentions for them to implement such a thing, man, to where the elect are going to have to still say no amidst of all that's happening in the world, man. But nevertheless, the end is not yet, and that's why the scriptures still call it the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, so Lord's will, this video was edifying. Lord's will, this lesson was edifying as well, as for I can to remember that the end is not yet. Now, this is the time now to not be tarrying, really to set our minds right. This is the time for it right now, all right? Because the elect truly are the only ones that are going to be able to really receive that chasari and the mercies, as well as, of course, the 1/3. So these dire times. Those one, this video was edifying. I'm gonna close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, the belongers to the apostles and elders, our millstone, the men who teach and rule well, and peace and blessings be unto you, full of Akim, your brothers, that also push out this word in truth, faith, and sincerity. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.